Welcome, Madonna fans and friends. This is Mary Mayub, and I'm so excited to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Erotica. Actually, I'm a day late because I got the dates mixed up. I had looked them up on Google, and today, of course, is the anniversary of the sex book. But yesterday, October 20th, was the album, and what an amazing time it was when both of these came out 30 years ago. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the memories and all the things that happened back then. And I have some exclusive photos I want to share with you as well. So, stay tuned and let's celebrate erotica. So let's go back 30 years. And at the time when the album came out in October, I was in college at the time. It's my second year in college. And my mom actually picked up both the album and the book for me. I remember she went out to stores. My mom was so cool. And it's a funny story because she told me after the fact that getting the book was no problem at all. There was a lot of controversy with getting the book, of course. You had to purchase it first before you could even see it. And there was a frenzy for it for sure. But she said no problems there. But when she went to get the album, they kind of gave her the eye. I was like, ooh, the album made people look at you a little more than the book did. That's interesting. But yeah, there was a lot of controversy back then with the release, with the first single and the book kind of coinciding together, and they came out a day within a day of each other. But I know besides the media craziness, it was an exciting time for us fans just to have new material, and musically, it was so different from what she had done before. It was still in the dance, realm, but much more with jazzy influences. I love Fever here playing in the background, that style of music that she was doing, which was more club sound of the early 90s. And it was just a great fit for her style of singing and music. And so a lot of times that was the thing that was mainly overlooked when people were talking about this album. They were too focused on pretty much what she was presenting in the book, and they missed out on all the just the most amazing um, parts of the album, which was the music, the musicality of it, and really like songs like Secret Garden. That's one of my favorites. Um, Also for a lot of the messages and themes in the album. Why is it so hard in this life? Just really, um, it was sad that it wasn't getting the attention and given the same credibility I believe it deserved. It's my seventh favorite Madonna album ever, so it definitely deserved a lot more credit. And of course, nowadays it's given that credit by fans and critics alike. But enough about the critics. After all, it's about what the fans think, right? So us fans got so much out of this album because it wasn't just the music, but all the remixes, which were amazing. I remember William Orbit's first foray with Madonna came around this time with his erotica mix, which was amazing. And also all the promotion. Here's a perfect example right here. The card. Did anybody get one of these? Look at that cardboard standee. OMG. That is amazing. I didn't have much luck. I did try at a bookstore there was a book standee, counter standee, and I went up to the guy and that was running the store, and he told me I was like the whatever number person that day that had asked, and he had enough. So you can imagine how hard it was at the time to get any promotional stuff during this time. But it was great to have so much promotion going on, especially with the controversy. It kind of made those collectibles even more exclusive. We already know about the re release of the canceled picture disc that is now available to purchase. If you pre ordered it, you'll be able to get it, or just make sure you go on Amazon and get a copy of that picture disc. We all know which one we're talking about. And yeah, I have some items. I could have taken some pictures, I suppose. I forgot. but I do have the vinyl of the album, and I have the Erotica single UK edition with the pull-out poster. So those are pretty awesome. I have some of the keychains and buttons, which I know are really quite rare to find these days, that you could find at the music stores. So, what erotica collectibles did you manage to pick up during this time or since through the years? Because, they're really, really hard to find these days. So, share with us in the comments. Along with pretty much all the media promotion of erotica and the sex book, and all the collectibles for us fans. There was also just dealing with the backlash and everything that was going on at that time. And it was hard for a lot of us fans because it was a bigger issue that we were dealing with the album and the book, and that was supporting LGBTQ community, supporting women, supporting the messages that Madonna was sending out and standing up for. And it was important as fans for us to represent her. So I don't know about how many different publications I wrote to, but I wrote to several of them for their portrayal of her, um, demonizing her for what she was doing. And I'm sure it was like Time magazine and Newsweek. And I didn't expect anything to come out of it, but I did get published in YM magazine for, they had a cover feature for her previously, and I got in the next issue, and it was a positive piece. It was a positive piece, and I gave them support. And so this is the letters section in which I was featured right next to a picture of Dita, which was amazing. I remember my friend in Florida who was a model had told me I was in the magazine, and I almost missed getting it. I still have my copy from all those years ago, and I ran to the Target to get the last, like I found the last copy of this issue before it was gone. And I was like, oh my God, just seeing my name there and seeing that I could represent Madonna during this difficult time, when fans were being vilified just for being supportive of her and what she was standing up for. It meant a lot to me because I would always stand up for anyone who is in this community. Really, we're all one community, women, LGBTQ, and anyone else that has ever felt victimized or treated differently for who they are. This is what Madonna stands for. So it was a great honor to be able to be one of those voices in print. Magazines were the thing back then, giving our support and saying we support what she's saying, what she's doing, and we're not afraid to stand up for that. So this was a great moment. Since we're also celebrating the 30th anniversary of the sex book, I thought I would share this um, vintage photo. I'm trying to remember, this is my pen pal back in the day when we had pen pals. I think his name was Mark. And this is him when he first got the sex book, still had it sealed up. And yeah, and I've got my copy. It's somewhere in one of these containers back here, but it's kind of a little bit trashed at this point. I think a lot of people can relate to this because of how it was made, but it's certainly another iconic moment. They came back to back, and we all know how influential this book was, as well as the album, just for Madonna being able to once again, for women and for LGBTQ, putting that word out there that being in this community isn't, we're not going to be placed in a box, as she showed in the human nature video. We're not going to be categorized as not, not having a voice. And, it started with, Blonde Ambition, Justify, and it just continued with her being out there, being outspoken about it. And it was very influential because, as you saw from the controversy and backlash, it really bothered a lot of people, but it really was an important moment for women, especially, but also for the entire community. And if you still have yours in good condition, it's pretty good because it was a tough collectible to keep in one piece, but we're all so happy to have it and have it in our collection. And I know it goes for a lot of money these days if you want to get it on eBay. But how many copies do you have? And, how is your copy holding up over the years? But thanks, Mark, for this photo and for this flashback. Just another vintage photo I thought I would share, keeping in with the vintage themes. This is right back into maybe 1993 or sometime after. Someone did an amazing art piece of the erotica video. I was at a fair, saw this, and said, yeah, I have to get a picture with that. So thought I would share that with you guys. Do you have some photos during this era that you would like to share? We're still celebrating tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. Anyway, I lost track of the days, but we're still celebrating. If you join us on Facebook in Madonna Everybody Fan Club, share some of your photos from back then. If you took pictures of displays, if you took pictures of yourself during that time, posing with the book or anything like that, we'd love to see it. So that would be awesome. So thank you. And now it's time for some appreciations. I received a few gifts in the mail and I wanted to share it with you guys. First off, I got this beautiful erotica video pinup, retro pinup, and from my dear friend Andrew Golub, who is also known as Durandi and runs his own community on Facebook as well as a YouTube channel under the name Durandi. You can find him on Facebook as Andrew Golub. And so if you're a Duran Duran fan, you definitely need to check him out. He's world renowned archivist and also has one of the largest collection of Duran Duran posters in the world. So that's pretty amazing. But he gifted me this wonderful photo. I actually don't have this in color. I don't think I don't have a lot of pinups of this era. So I'm really excited to include that in my collection. And thank you so much, Andy, for this wonderful collectible. One more last appreciation. I also received this gorgeous postcard, homemade postcard celebrating the 30th anniversary from my dear friend Stephen Harms, who lives in Germany, and we've been pen pals, Madonna fan friends forever. He supported everybody throughout the years, including working with us on our fanzine back in the day. So he surprised me with this postcard, and I was super excited about it because it's exclusive. Says on the front, celebrating 30 years of DITA. So, thank you, Stephen. I love the postcard. I'm going to put it in my postcard collection, absolutely. And I want to thank all of you for coming out today and celebrating the 30th anniversary of Erotica with us. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to having you join our Madonna Everybody Fan Club on Facebook group and page if you're over on Facebook. Otherwise, if you're here, then definitely comment. Tell us about your memories of this album, when you got it, what it was like, anything special you did back then. As far as the album release, did you go to any special parties or anything? What collectibles did you get? Did you write some of those letters to some of the publications or do anything like that? Getting with other fans and anything that you want to share, your favorite songs. We want to hear about it. So share that with us. And thank you again so much for joining us on this celebration. And happy 30th Erotica. Thank you, Madonna, for putting this out. I love this album. And thank you. And have a wonderful, wonderful celebration this weekend. Are you looking for a great Madonna fan club to join? We have place you need to be at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Not only this channel, but we also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page titled Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You should definitely come check us out and join. We have contests, fan of the month, features, articles, and a great community for you to get to know and share your Madonna love with other fans. We also would love for you to comment, like, and subscribe on this video and tell us what you think. What do you like to see more of in this channel? We're here for you, and Madonna fans rock. So have a great day. Thank you.